wow. Almost late. And oh no. Ah. God. I spent, I was a little bit late. Almost late. Almost late. I haven't touched this game in like a week. Of course, 17 people in queue. Everybody's playing Elden Ring. I don't get my copy of Elden Ring until tomorrow. That's why we're doing Elden Ring tomorrow. Oh boy, Elden Fantasy. Yeah, no Elden Ring. I get to be one of the few people who's not playing Elden Ring because I didn't get it on PC. I don't get to get the stuttering issues because supposedly that only affects the PC version and not the other versions of the game. Plus, I'll have my copy for years to come. In case, you know, Valve blows up. But no, I like having physicals. So... And it's not only me who's playing the game, it'll be my brother. So, because of that stuff, we have to basically rely upon console. But it's fine. The console version will be fine. Like... Everything I've heard from the PS5 version is that it runs at stable 60. It just means that I can't play it early because Steam didn't release it early. Business of the withdrawal. Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigating on my own since we last partied. I believe I found our Lapis Maiden. The girl's name's Arabella, daughter of the Master Guguremu, a prominent member of the East Aldenard Trading Company. Her eyes and hair are a most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty is talk of the Sultanate. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen the girl in the flesh, so apparently her father is overprotective of sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. But this is about to change. Rumor has it the girl's about to be read, and not just anyone, mind you, to the heir of the Bugare Consortium. Oh, I'll probably end up liking it a lot. I know my way around a Souls game. I would be streaming it not because I'm all aboard or getting on the flavor of the month, but because I really want to play another Souls. Formal announcement is set to be made at a community festival to jointly host the two families' businesses, the venue's Costa del Sol. But preparations going on as we speak. Word on the street is that the bride-to-be will making a rare public appearance. It is here that the thief intends to strike. I could be more certain of it. Pique your interest, have I? Well, sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa del Sol, overseeing preparations. This is one scoop I'm not going to miss, and you're welcome to come along. You know, I'm going to open a window because it has been getting warm recently. You. Why did I'm trying to move backwards, but I can't. Alright. Also, I got a couple of things in my things in today. I also got that SD2 SP2 for the GameCube, but I can't do anything with it, turns out, until I get the GC loader, which is out of stock. Why, killers? I haven't said anything wrong. The other thing is something I can't really set up or can't really have used for until tomorrow when I get the stand for it. On top of that, I'm working to redo a few things with my model to, how do I put this? To properly, I guess, accentuate? I don't know. do things with my model that I couldn't do with before, and maybe do some edits. So it might be a while before I even have to use that. And then I get like a couple more things tomorrow, or at least another thing tomorrow. Blood and water turn you species gate. I am not a frog. You're not one of my associates. This makers of my guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Pardon, my good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. If I might have a moment of a... Ah, yes, the two guilds sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled Phantom Thief in his letter of challenge. If you come to tell my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that the concern is entirely unwanted. No, I'm not. Crits guy who does a lot of EverDrive products. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that fucking sucks. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her risked away by some fly-by-night rogue. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection money can buy. Look at them, they have beards. Except that one guy, he could just he barely has a beard.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and
the brass sprays of Gerbera, lead unit of most deadly swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say that one of them caused a man's heart to burst by just looking at him askance. I don't know what that means. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief will be his last. If the thief is obliged enough to allow himself to be seen, or do the goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Oh, it's that guy again. Consulting Inspector Bryden, your reputation precedes you, and what, pray tell, would you propose? I have promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. To regain on my word will have dire implications on the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief shall be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it'll cost you not a whit of your precious skill. Very well, let's see your reputation is deserved. Consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will ever know will hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. That's touching concern for his coin purse, if only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our noses last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi. It's painfully obvious. A letter of challenge of a precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker who has supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who would be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I've already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Vens, will be an obvious target for our thief. So too would be his father, Morgan. Yato Noto and his wife, Sainana, guests of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will standing close to the stage when the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Guruguramu himself. Finally, we have Lerenhot, the steward of Guguru's estate and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All key players, save for the Lapis Maiden himself, have been assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless, the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. Well, we'll begin by questioning the subjects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at Once. Hildebrand Mandeville. I could smell the sense of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Barrington. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary undercover investigative work. Yet, to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease. Yes, I dare say the powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildebrand Mandeville, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the Main's honor as only a Mandeville man can. He does realize there's still fish on his head, doesn't he? Good, Inspector. I realize we have not seen eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let's put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome you to our assistance in the case. Me? Assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Ah, itchy nose. Oh, I make no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you might do by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this must be asking much, do try not to do anything stupid in my absence, will you? I will speak with you, but not here. I will be waiting for you outside of Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. Dude. We just get here, fam. You can't really, like, do anything to imitate the pomp that Josuke has. You've come, excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to the more important matters. Before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this, Theresa. You were there when the Thunder Thief, in the guise of Lady Durelda, stole off with the Treaty Blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? Perfect mannerisms. Intriguing. Where most would point out the sheer physical perfection of disguise, you turned the eye within. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allowed him to change appearances at will. Yes, like you, this was secondary concern to me. For the movements to his mannerisms, that is obnoxiously personality. The thief did not merely look like Lady Durelda, he was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magic trickery alone. We're dealing with a clever and thorough criminal, not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise. He studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, not only that the closest friends or family could detect that aught was amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, when preparation for the banquet began. This will afford the thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our Phantom, Theresa. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? I guess a brass blade, because that's easy. No one knows them, and it would be not that hard. Precisely. Clearly, you are far less useless than a bumbling inspector whose company you keep. Strong in number, few of words, able to come and go as they please, a fearsome reputation to scarce away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for our man. Deducing as much, I would point the question to brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse in 3 days past. A thief has not been able to make a habit of wanton murder. No, doubtless that poor man's lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the Blades have been assigned to serve as bodyguard to one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us his assigned charge, like it does not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would not have had time to carry out the unconscious man far. I will canvass the area immediately. You begin to search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. But I mean, if he's been like asleep for 3 days, like he might be dead. What would prevent him from being lied in a ditch? You would lock him up. Oh look, it's Cancer. Bye, Cancer. Oh, okay, so he's just been tied up. Makes sense. Excellent. You're one less incompetent since I've worked with. Thank the gods! Please free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive. But you can have Big Crab. There, now tell me that you can remember about what happened to you and try to be brief. We just arrived in Costa del Sol. He had a briefing of sorts. Master Gugu Remu gave each of our orders. Who would be looking after and then like, had I in mind to tour the area before giving my bearings. Next thing I know, I felt a thwack on my back of my head. When I came to, I was stripped of my skivvies. Most of the charging of those who have looked at you. Why do you receive orders from Master Guguremu? Who was to be your charge? Memory's hazing, but it was Morgan, father of the groom. The other was Lalafell Gent from Limsa. Yato Noito. Now try your best to remember. Were there any other guests who you ordered to interact? You think of it, yes. There was also Stuart Lewihart. I was to review with him on the scheduled events, discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgan, Yato Noito, and Lewinhart. Thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishing and enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city in possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go ahead of me, and for the love of God, just make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. Which tower? That tower? I think that's like a lighthouse. Gold Perch Tower. You can go inside of it, but I guess it's just a watchtower. Ah, there you are, friend. Not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did you and your Inspector Bryden's avenue of inquiry bear fruit? Morgan Yalto Nato and the steward of Lewinhart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I have considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildebrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the Inspector returns. Fear not, friend. The Inspector shall be none the wiser. Ha ha! If he had hoped for me to nab the fiend himself, he should not have simply simplified the task for me to do so. Ah, there's one of our suspects standing suspiciously under that canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. Yeah, this ain't gonna go well. Oh boy, cutscene. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of the tongue can put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But I have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill that you may record my every word as I employ the time-honored art of Parlay, handed down from Manderville man of ages past to reveal our foe. No, that ain't gonna happen. I can think of a few topics of interest in my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the fee so I can have my story. Don't worry, Inspector, I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital! This is why you're my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold, as I snare our play with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good morning, Master Gugumeru. Remu, yeah. A fine morning it must be for you most of all. Allow me to offer my heartfelt congratulations on your betrothed to enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella's my daughter, you... Just who in your seven hells are you anyway? Guards! Guards! Now hold your chocobo, Gugumeru. I recognize the lad. This is Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the Phantom Thief, have you? I reckon we owe you that man our gratitude, Ivans? The Phantom Thief? Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed, to have such rumors about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an affete. Fashion-challenged youth, most suspicious. He's a goddamn sight easier on the eyes than you. What? That's me, Vons, ever the face of danger. Purely his father's son. A worthy heir to the Brugere Consortium, and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families, or family, I should say. Ho ho! Which reminds me, Master Vons. Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude for you on this golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since that day. Oh, that little trinket? 'Tis nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasures of the realm will be hers once we wed. Ha ha ha! Time on Mandeville, art of Parlay. We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interaction between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Ha ha ha! Let's not rush to conclusion, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this all down, wasn't it? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yalto Nato and Leuenwarhort, who have been my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Okay, which two are next? Okay, Leuenhart and Yalto no. Okay, it's just those two. I suspect Mercury is food. I've not seen your face around here with the East Aldenard Trading Company, are ya? Why, yes, good sir. Very much so with them. Some might even say we are the East Aldenard Trading Company. Oh, pleasant to meet you. Do tell. Is the Lapis maiden as lovely as they say? Sinana here has been no slouch herself, but like me, she's getting in all her years. No offense, my intended, my dear. Oh, but what are my manners? Yaltonato of the Brugere Consortium, and this is me wife, Sinana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say the wedding and joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happy at a better time. With all the manner of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. But just yesterday, a shipment of important foodstuffs were waylaid by the Mandragoras. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If I was 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make salad out of... You heard of the old Mandragoras, haven't you? But of course, I once spent a year honing body and mind with the fist of Ralger. My fellow monks and I will chant several hundred mantra watsits a day. And your food stores are occasionally raided by a ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as Mandragoras. Yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithril Eye to educate you from time to time? Fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it they did not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption had been free from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder just here days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, my lady. I was able to arrange an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived some time ago. Settle down, Sainana. Forgive my rights. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. And with that, I best go prepare my speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy! None of those were suspicious in the least. But we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak fast, Inspector. The sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now, where was I? Give up hope. He of many faces, low last laugh. The Lapis Maiden will not be the only one come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But there's no time to versing around here. Inspector Briarden will be back in a moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuff which Master Leuenhardt spoke of. Should we find any contradiction in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briarden will be back before long. Come, Nashu. There's no time to delay. Damn. That was only one of these quests. I think this one's pretty short because it doesn't have any kind of trial next to it. Yeah, that's food stuff. Actually, well, shit, I was going to like, maybe I should talk to them. At the feather, which will never. True. Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of lucretious-looking coconuts. It appears our man Leuenhardt spoke true. Ye gads! Are those explosives? I spy concealed among the coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It appeared that we have found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking to place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Nashu, far be it from me to cast doubt on our choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time, and I just thought, does this mean you wouldn't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event, I appear somewhat misdirected. Now, set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes as the astute assistant that you are. Dick. I say, we are most fortunate to, that the confounding Inspector Briarden is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon the sea, he would venerably explode in rage. Now, let's dispose of these things before the arid ember sets all to a fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Briarden explode a fiery demise. Got it. You sure that's what that's about? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone is returned at the absolute worst possible time. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Briarden come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Therese and I will see the inspector keeps a wide berth of the beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu. We shall return to for your creations once Inspector Briarden has been led safely from the scene. Investigation calls us, and we must heed its cry. God. Alright, time to keep the inspector busy. Inspector Briarden will share with you his latest findings. So Hildebrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something most resembling impressed. Indeed, but enough about Hildebrand. Therese and I have been wanting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... Ah, an excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes, that spot over there by the crates should suffice. There of all places, but surely you would find someone more scenic. I am not here on vacation. I am here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have a conversation overheard. That junk-littered beast should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy indeed. Bloody hells. Don't worry, Threads. I'll figure some way to lead him clear of the bombs. Sure. 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 At least he didn't notice them. That's welcoming. There's only 3 bombs. Is it just me, or is it a bit chill here in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. Yes, yes. I, for one, welcome a respite from this sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Boink, boink. The questioning of Rasprade's attack by a quarry, I have identified 3 individuals most likely to be a thief in disguise. To wit, Morgan, Yaitonato, and Lewenhard. The 3 shall split up, each one of us keeping watch over... Huh? Are you 2 listening? Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our conversation elsewhere. Ah, but there's no need. Wait here and I shall but bring us a fire. Aha! Methinks that the Inspector has taken a leave of his senses. The chance for locating a suitable kindling for these barren shores is infinitesimal. Here we go. This piece of driftwood served perfectly. As fortune would have it, I just happened to have flintstone in my person. Hey, remember the piece of driftwood that Nashu put down? Hey, it's called foreshadowing. There is no cause for alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the Inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead to a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkably, inside Inspector, I must record these words for posterity. Oh, where? It's flying! Okay. What do we have here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan? Oh no. Sumimasen. Could this be another challenge from the fiend? Oh god. Surely you jest, Inspector. It's nothing the user of cards see. Doubtless, it's just the idle ravings of some madman. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. It is not the Lapis Maiden alone that shall come to harm. It's more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what if another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. The final page? Confounding Inspector Briarden will meet a fiery demise. Okay. Shit. Dude. Doink! Jesus. Great animation work. Everything's okay. You saw through that fiend's ruse, but how? Let's just call it a reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? A ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse for wear. You have my gratitude. Hildebrand Mandeville, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who has made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector. Yet I fear our quarry proves else ever elusive. Excellent. I might have died of shock if you had. And anyway, our foe revealed himself no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance! Yes, vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of the gods? Those teeth! Those vegetables cost a fortune, and they're ruined! Ruined! Agent of inquiry? More like agent of injury and incompetence. You to replace the supplies you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot in the jail. I forget that jail is spelled like that sometimes. I always think gal. Okay, I think it's time to deal with fucking mandragoras. Mandragoras. Was Final Fantasy 11 enemies? 12? I think they're in 12 and 11. What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not. The fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Gugu Remu, bids me the damaged goods be replaced for all speed. Good gods! This is no thief, this is a madman. As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that it will prove a difficult task. Those crates contain imported vegetables from considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables are particularly short supplied these days. With what the Mandragora is at large, even if I were to place an order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. Mandragoras? I've heard of the fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I don't recall the name, but it was very closely resembled an Erosian dragon pepper. Save for its color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Leonhardt. Our course of action is clear. We only need to storm into the dens of these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. Jesus Christ. I would advise against that, Inspector. There is no ordinary Mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers given subsistent flesh. Even the brass blades of Gerbera prove unable to resist them. Oh ho! A formidable foe indeed. For only these, there are brave soul amongst us with a want for taking on fearless enemies, and with not a shred of concern for her own well-being. Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, I, yes, I, shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to the rightful owner. You're truly a godsend, adventurer. Once in the hall of the Yellow Jackson has been charged with defending the roads from the Mandragoras. If anyone would have knowledge of the current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Gugu Remus is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope. A gentleman would never let a lady face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together. Like where in Lim? Oh, actual Limsa Laminsa. Where all the cat girls are. ERPing away, like they do. If you come for the Mandragoras, I fear you're half a bell too late, as were we. Blast it all! To hear the poor Munchin tell it, no sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check on the shipment of vegetables, than an onion did turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Fled his own vessel in sheer terror, he did, and by the time he came to assist it, had sailed off without him. The merchant had left for Elport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you mind to go after the captain, you might lend his ear for the sad tale. Oh no. Ah, it's the thrill of the chase, not invigorating, friend. The ferry docked by the fisherman's bottom will carry us to Elport. Let's swiftly be on our way. Or I can just teleport. Unless the game wants me... Oh no, it says Elport, so I'm like... I'm pretty sure I have to go to that little island that's near Elport, so... Because that's usually where the Mandragoras spawn. It's been years. Tiny trader. Eek, don't think of me like that. You thought of a feral turnip and a murderous eggplant or something like that. Think I jest, do ya? You'd be singing a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took out your eye as it did mine. My eye! By the time I regained my wits, they already set sail with me ship in my livelihood. I'm ruined! I never saw another bleeding onion until in me days. It'll be too soon. Yeah, but where do they go to? To hear most say it, the Mandragoras are a nasty lot. A right pain in the arse to farmers and provisioners of the realm over. But let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Filling their fellow frauds from the larders and tables is but a beginning. The bulbous blackguards have been far grander scheme. Revolution! Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Isles of Umbra and see with your own eyes a veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fellow with a dim expression, I swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me, if he ain't the undead overlord who fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you, could it be the adventurer who bested the thieving duelist in the singular combat? Did I do it? Yes, I did it. Well, bugger me and call me the inspector. Tell me, is it true the duelist traveled with a demon bird who could split the heavens? But I'm neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen of notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. And that's exactly what we face for if we don't mind nip the revolution in the bud. And by that I mean literally. As we speak, the Mandragoras are planting themselves a whole army on their own kind of Isle of Umbra. You'll do the whole realm a favor if you can go there and uproot them from the harvest to come. Many a case I've solved in my day, but I've no match which with this sentient plant life before. This should prove exhilarating to the Isles of Umbra. Yeah. 40 gil. I could have just flown there, but I take the 40 gil. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. I have no idea what that sound could be, so it's just gonna be that. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Oh, why does... Of course this one takes a lot longer. Why wouldn't it? Ah, God. You sound like... feel a hostile gaze... Well... I've never played Plants vs. Zombies. Wait. Friend! My pursuit of Mandragoras had led me beneath the surface! Yes, they must be down here. Somewhere! Commence the Mandragoras. Oh. Oh! Hello there. Hello there. Too bad I actually have to be 50 for this. Yeah. Would y'all please stop using AoEs? It'd be very helpful if I didn't have to move every 2 seconds. Okay, since that one wants to run away. Fucking plants. Need some. I don't know. Would that work with, like, plants? Universal. I guess. That is true. Like, I've heard through Dick Unity, so... Da 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 da. Impeccably fought, my friend. I only wish I could see my bottle with my own eyes. You may go ahead to Costa del Sol. I shall be along as soon as I extricate myself, I guess. Okay, back to Costa del Sol. Hey, everybody. Welcome. I'm not playing Elden Ring because my physical copy doesn't come till tomorrow. Because I believe in physical. So, welcome. We're in the middle of the Hildebrand Mandeville quest line. We're doing, we just beat a bunch of Mandragoras. You return. I fear that you might have a tasty snack for a crazy head of cabbage. David loves to get physical. Exactly. The stolen foodstuffs have saved my hide. Oh, but I must see that the dragon peppers are intact. Master Guguru is quite particular about his seasonings. Ooh, can I come? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it's time we return to the case. Now, there must be some clues that yet elude us. Court, these peppers have changed color. What's that? Peppers that possess the same powers as the disguise of a many-faced foe? A gentleman must needs to investigate. How am I doing tonight? I'm doing well. A striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Lewenhard described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate? Well, look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for Cosa del Sol. How curious. Did I say purple? I mean purple is blue, or blue is purple? The two colors really quite similar when you think about it. These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any other shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing very particular sort of eyewear at the time. Ha! The charade is up! After that man! As I suspected all along, the goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu! The fiend must be brought to justice! Telling each other, I don't do well with voices. I just... When it's worth it, I do voices. Like, of course, with Kefka and with, like, something crazy like Hildebrand, I have to. Because, like, otherwise, what's the point? I just realized I haven't had anything to eat today. You can run, but you cannot... Ha ha ha! If I thought you could outsprint this, Mandeville man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Aurozia, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. I should, but Done in his, by a snipper, fitting in for a noble thief. Let's see what lies behind the mask. Where am I? Who are you? Ha! Playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella when... Miss Arabella! I must find her at once! Ugh, my head! It seems like this man wears no mask. This is the true Lewenhard. So all my life it is so. I was en route to the estate in Whiteport when one of the brass braids on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and the next instant he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managed to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me. Now that you mention it, Possum was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing Okori, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet, he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had the time to thoroughly research a new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound on his right hand. We simply need to return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. Ah, excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lewenhard back to the estate, that we might ensure Miss Arabella's safety. Oh no, the Mandragores is still here. I found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You see with anger or with those who took what was yours? Yak yak. Then it would appear our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and wait my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. Doop, doop, boop, 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 boop. Beep, 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 beep. Yes. The game is afoot, inspectors. Now, which mask shall I wear to the ball? Oh wait, we're going here. Okay. We're not going back to Costa del Sol. I have to give them to the estate. Wait. Oh, this is... Oh, it's all the way back in fucking Wineport? What are... Okay. This one should be done pretty quickly. I think each one of these is about an hour. I'm going to go till I finish all the Realm Reborn ones. That way, next week we can dive into the Heavensward ones, which I think are kind of shorter. Not as good, though. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the state at once. Oh, Lowen, you always were here. Your concern is touching, but I am a woman grown. Besides, I just want to see the flowers. Lovely as those flowers may be, they are unsightly reeds when measured against your beauty. I, am Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Please call me Hildy. The pleasure is mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are those rumors of a many-faced thief? Ooh. I fear they are, Miss Arabella. But be still your gentle heart, for as long as Hildebrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Manderville name. The gods smile upon me indeed, to such a strong and handsome gentleman in my champion, and yet, you seem pensive, my lady. Is something wrong? To tell you the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Bonus. Why, I've never even met him. He sent me this class as a betrothal gift, a treasure for my treasure, wear it always. The message said, I do not care how beautiful it is, it might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth you have not met? Unconscionable! Father says the marriage must happen, that is for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true old Don. But I might be bold, my lady. Would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Parlay when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lewin in as well, though as a servant rather than a son. You may think father a cold and miserly man, but to me, he is a man who gave me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love fondness if that will make father happy. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You're a beautiful young woman with a whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have looked far to find a gentleman of whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. If I had to spend another hour with you, I'm going to lose my wits. But anyways, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. As well, we must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. No Elden Ring? I get a physical copy and I'm going to play it tomorrow. It doesn't come in until tomorrow, so I can't play it until tomorrow. Because I believe in physical. We have not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtlessly assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon the return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Mandeville art of Parlay to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art I will impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough once once our foe in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it has my investigations, or failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do.
Thanks!
But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me. Hello, TK. Davis Fatroid, yeah. Also, I don't trust fucking FromSoft with PC ports as much. Like, they've always been kind of weird and haphazard sometimes, so... Like, I know that if you don't download the fucking day one patch, like, there was issues with the PC port, and there's still stuttering in the PC port. Depending upon, like, your entire thing. So I'm like, nah. I'll just play the PS5 version. Don't have to worry about shit, like... I mean, hey, look at Dins. He had to spend, like, how long setting up a controller yesterday for Sekiro? Meanwhile, I never had to deal with that bullshit. It might... True, it might never get finished. It might just stop. Inspector Briarden, I have seen the maiden safely. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests can conceal in their hands. How could this be? The thieves must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough her beauties match her own. Tee-hee. There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But, Inspector, Vanessa's family will not comment to his betrothed's absence. That's nothing in my concern. Besides, doubtless the Inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating divergence. Can't you knock something over, blow something up, or the like? You know, like you always do? Inspector Briarden, I knew the day would come they would finally recognize my many talents. Worry not about Master Vanes. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what needs to be done. The poor sop lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now to the task at hand, we must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from the servants' quarters, there should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect, Theresa. Find a simple, ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Oh boy. How could this possibly go wrong? Has the lapis maid arrived? I simply must gaze upon a beauty for myself. Servants God, you say? I prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Don with them as you wish. Greetings, friend. Oh, what did you have for me? You're gonna put on this servant's garb, but why? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into these clothes and promise me that you will not leave sight. But the ceremony! Father would be furious, and Lord Vaughn's... We were dealing with a man who tried to blast me to heavens, and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter a certain gentleman. You only need to concern yourself with your own safety. We shall do what the Inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage, and whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Great, it's raining. Lewin, if father had heard you say such things, I shouldn't have said them long ago. Not by doing so, I've put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but two skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long before our fiend is brought to justice. Oh no, the wind's making you blow up her skirt. But very well, I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray, wait for me there. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with the banquet dress, Inspector? Theresa, bring Mr. Herbero's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate how he intends to see his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now, let us return to the festivities beforehand. Go and go. Well, Now wearing pants. Alright. What could possibly go wrong? Ah, you've returned, V. I was inactive formulating a master plan to distract Miss Ibanez at the ceremony. Is that all I do for you? Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress? I must admit some confusion as to what to do with it, but worry not, I shall take it in safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vons before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend, I assure you that Inspector Bryden and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Sure. Sure. Ugh. Ow, God. Curious, how am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, 'tis an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by Bruguiere Consortium and East Aldenard Trading Company. We trust that you have been enjoying the food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. The Lapis Maiden, if I have heard tales of her beauty are true, Vanis is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yalto Noita, Sanana, honored guest, it is a pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son, Vanis, future chair of the Bruguiere Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Gugu Remu of the East Aldenard Trading Company. The couple will exchange the eternal vows today, and the happiness that is may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Clap, 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 clap. Ladies and gentlemen, may I presume my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing of ages to come. Damn you, Hildebrand Mandeville, you had one job! She's beautiful! Were the rabble expecting otherwise? She is my bride, after all. My lady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want nothing. Pray, give me your hand unto me. My son and stars! Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes! I am yours and shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Annabella is safe and sound. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the foul fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenseless before me. The game is up, Vons. Or shall I call you by another name? The thief of many faces. Oh no. Me? The thief? Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deductions have proven beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who have gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugu Remu, and her steward, Lewinhart. As you are admitted on multiple occasions, Miss Vons, you were right to have the first glimpse of your bride to be today. Considered in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. That's ridiculous. And everyone else would have their wits about them. How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once! Lock him up in the jail and throw away the key!
I'll have two number
No, there's no two.
A number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7.
Arabella? Oh, thank God you're safe! Come with me quickly! There's a dangerous madman about!
How could this happen to me?
The glove on his right hand, could it be? The fact that Hildebrand was right but wrong with the wrong assertion is... There he is.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
The man is a fool, but it would behoove you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and for what is yours is now mine. That's the thief! Stop wasting your time with the imbecile and arrest him!
Complete global saturation.
Oh no! It's all the Mandragoras! You all came this way for me? You love me! You really, really love me! Okay, that's taken care of. Never mind. Gave me 4 and 5. Oh. Alright, yeah, have a good night, Avalon. No, this ain't locked. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for, and now I must away, my lords, my ladies, till we meet again. What a wonderful end. I heard that the real Vanas was found bound and gagged in the storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I'm sorry. What, my lady? The banquet was more exciting than I could ever hope for. Vons and his father were furious, of course, and a marriage has been called off. Perhaps it's for the best. I would have found my own way to make father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildebrand, who taught me this lesson. For the love of God, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said it would steal the Lapis maiden's virtue, yet in the end he only took her necklace. Now that I mention it, Master Gugu Remu told me that the class was first arrived engraved with the mark of the sun goddess. It is by one of the many treasure pieces from Bruguer's collection, known by many as Izium's virtue. The maiden's virtue, indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take care to read between the lines. Yep. Oh. Doink! Over here, Inspector, it says, made you look. The fiend plays us for fools, giving that to me at once. When next we meet, I shall claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears our thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on our guard. The fiend attempted murder once, he may very well do it again. I have total experience. This questline is great. Fairly, Inspector, I must agree. One cannot be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by my name. Mark my words, when the next we meet, you'll be mine. Yes, it was that feather thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably the feather thief. Most certainly. Oh. Alright, we got 2 more sets of these things. The Parlay minigame is now available. You've locked the Parlay minigame and train yourself for a Mandeville man has come before you by opening the toy chest in the in room. Oh yeah, I don't want to. The victor goes a priceless treasure. With a smile of the champion holds secrets untold. Are 8 legs better than 2? Can a Mandeville man triumph over terrors and win the day? The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key or a figurative one? At the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. So, yeah. Fucking next one, Ultros. Theresa, I was wondering what when you show up. I got the latest scoop on the Victor spoils that Many-Faced Fiend has set his sights on. Have you visited Coliseum as late? There's a tourney in the works, and it looks to be a big one. The Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than Gina and Sons Mineral Concern. They say that Master Viergeis will be furnishing prizes himself from personal collection. Small wonders have captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes? It's only largest mining interest in the Sultanate, after all. The chairman, Master Fergus, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumor has it he can buy half the realm if he chooses to. He's also renowned for being something of martial arts enthusiast. His position affords him little opportunity to test his own skills. He settles for living vicariously through the exploits of others. Hence his sponsorship of the tournaments, like the Mithril Cup. My colleague Ganelon is in Uldok covering the tournament as we speak. If we track him down, I bet he'll give us something to get our investigation started. Alright, we're going to Uldok again. Wait, no, that's Gridania, not Uldok. This is Uldok. I just gotta remember how I did Ultros last night. I mean, did his voice. Yes, did his voice. Okay. You know, I need to like go ahead and pre-order a couple things for next week, or for in the future, because I still need to like pre-order Chocobo GP, which eventually I'm still going to go. I still think Hildebrand will probably be in Chocobo GP. Please let that happen. If you could put Cloud and Squall in, you could put fucking Hildebrand in. Yes, I'm busy, man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganelon. She's a friend of mine. Now, what you say you share your latest finding with us? I promise it won't make you worth his while. Ellie? Huh, if it isn't a Mr. I-Star reporter. Come to have a laugh at Ganelon's expense before returning to pen to the latest front page feature, eh? Alright, I just promise you get a good word with me with the higher-ups, okay? Now let me tell you this, there's a strange things afoot at the Coliseum. Bugger all, this is a travesty, I tell you. Wait, I don't know what that is. Okay, it's just... Hotch here and Hamyo. Imo? What is the matter? Where, pray tell, is Hutchin? The four of you compete in the cup together, yes? I fear that the unfortunate mishap had left Hutchin no coordination to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dow Meadow. Yeah, it's the big letter, daddies. Mishap, my arse. It was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear to on my subligar? I don't know. Lower your voices, Hodge. My head stings enough with your bloody shouting. Hutchin, should you not be resting your runes? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Don't beat yourself, Hayamo. In victory and defeat, the Montrevilles fight as one. You will bear no responsibility for my runes and I. Any road, I dare say I'll give back to the fighting fiddle by arsing in my bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hutchin, for you, I am always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Sagoli. The Montrevilles? Aye, as Hutchin tells it, they took the name as training partner they met near the fence of Ralger, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me one less bit interested. This talk of attacks and competition, however, of this I would like to hear more. Ah yes, before the strange tidings were afoot, yes. Mere days left before the Mythal Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing hosts of curious ailments and injuries. Within the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have forced to abandon the elimination format in favor for a mass melee between the few battlers remain. The Fantasy Challenge, a gladiators dropping like flies. This is no mere coincidence, I will speak of the individual in charge of the event. Where may I find him? Though the concerned sponsor's attorney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow named Dow Meadow. He should be in his office in the Coliseum halls. I sent word to the gateman, Yuyubaya. He owes the Mithrai a favor or two. Splendid, come Theresa, we have a case to crack. Yeah. Right next to the gladiator trainers. From the Mithrai, you say, but then by all means, you're free to enter. I think they reused this area for the Paladin quest. Maybe, I don't remember. I'm Ellie, reporter for the Mithrai, never blinking, all-seeing. You know the deal, yes? You must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Ah ha ha! Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself, you ask away me, girl. I'm pretty sure you can get it pretty close. I know you can get really close to, Godbird. That said, between the challenge and the so-called Phantom Thief, and now the bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our journey is always the targeted town. Now you'll see me complaining, providing someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but be smart and to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events has everyone a bit edge. Why, just a moment ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his sub. Looks like we got another, Those two aren't the entry books. And our challenger unleashes a vicious raccoon, and his gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for the next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner! Inspector Bryden, as efficient as ever, I see. True, gentlemen. Excuse violence. Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Dower medal, I presume. Tell me everything about the prizes this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering what you might ask. Miss Fergus has no expense in making the Mythril Cup the most lucrative tournament the Coliseum's ever seen. The victor received true treasure from his collection. The Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the larger sun sphere you'll find outside the Quarn. The second and third place prizes are none to sneeze at, neither. I don't care how many faces he's got. We've got nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. You mean his father? So yes, that's. Yes, just as the brass blades were successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me, and be quick about it. I haven't all day. Fear, I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have? You ain't the Mr. Many Faces and another lack of it. Give up. No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you have to claim them as any other would, in battle. As a matter of fact, with what ranks thin as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Now, where did our reception get off to? Over here, you slimy burger! We got fresh new bloods to the melee. Oh god, okay, trying to remember. Give me a moment, will you? No, that wasn't it. What did I do? It was kind of like Kefka below her. Oh, great. Give me a no, that ain't working. That ain't working. Jesus Christ, hold on. Give me a moment, will you? I only got 80 arms, or where are they legs? No, that ain't it. He's undulating. You called? I was just about to give this lovely Miss Avelia the grand tour. Inspector Hildebrand, look! He's purple! Astute as ever, Nashu. The color, this overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Ah, that's my reception in Ultros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it he's one of the many bizarre creatures born from the reaching experiment with ancient incarnations at the Thotamers Guild. They were going to seal him away with a hole in the desert with the others when he opposed his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything. Anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Coliseum. And I'm ever glad they did. To tell you, this job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. You know, I wouldn't know where you are and where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There's only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that's me. I would just love it when she talks tough. Now, who's the chumps that want to get pummeled by my fair little Avi? What? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to. The race of Wormhelm will be entering the terminal on my behalf. The race of Wormhelm? You do look like a Wormhelm. Well, bugging me with a spear to think that the day that a warrior of light stood in my Coliseum. Hear that clink, clink, clinking? That's the sound of old Gil falling into our coffers where public finds out that a true Erosian hero will be stepping into the ring to fight the Mithril Cup. Oh, I reckon your friend could tag along, too. Show him where to shine, you ulti. Ulti, yeah. If the race, I suppose we're a good chance as any. Now, we just need to make sure that she doesn't come down with some curious injury. This Gladiatrix, Gladiatrix? Oh, yeah, I guess that would make sense, because it's like Dominatrix, but like Gladiatrix. So I guess it would still be Gladiator? About Avalie, was it? Seems quite certain that her chances of victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. Ha! I'm already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultros fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Mr. Avlia. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. This message sounds amazingly productive, line of investigation. Might I suggest our first priority to keep Theresa safe here? Let's return to Narlian and see what else you can tell us about the mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well, I shall leave the task to you. I have my lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover new information, I trust you will share it with me at the first opportunity. Okay, let's go back outside. Oh yeah, also Greg's in this part. You again? I already told you that. What? Into the turning, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I got a suspicion or two, and I'm happy to share with you, but in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? I've been asking around. It seems that more than a few fighters pulled out a tourney were scheduled to fight the warriors named Avalia. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me that this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me when you can hear it from someone who's been cross-blades with her days ago. A fellow by the name of Raging Rat had a misfortune being matched up with Avalia in the preliminary round and earned himself a right bruising from it. As I heard, he was wrestling up back at the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you go to pay him a visit? I don't know if they are, but there's a chance. I forget. Come to have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's suspense, Iva. Yeah, well, you're not the first. I say there's not men in the entire realm with an ounce of sympathy. Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that you're a guest of Hildebrand Meneville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you were to please enlighten me to how exactly you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentlemen, my horse, have you not a wit of delicacy? Never you mind, look at me records may say I lost, but I admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout at the top of my lungs if no one else. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest blade, some kind of foul sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl's up to no good if she weren't so damn easy on the eyes. She'd been rotting into jail as we speak. The girl's a la Megan, or haven't you heard? You have no nothing with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not spare his entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, there, so let's be on our way. I don't mean no offense, miss, just telling as it is! Perhaps there's truly some man of sorcery, as the fellow says. Perhaps she works with an accomplice? She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I was a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the ladder. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. You might as well be making a spectress of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boar. What if that man is saying the truth, and it's likely her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and a common desire for justice. Amid appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way, the Olvia and Ulti, a match made in heavens. Were it any more obvious, I would have solved the case without leaving my home. Incredible, your powers of deduction never failed to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ultros should be at the Coliseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back to whensoever he came. Dude. Okay, I guess he has to leave the scene as well. Okay, everybody leaves the scene, leaving me in silence. That was necessary, completely necessary. I need to be on this side. Oh, have I forgotten to put Skelly up? Whoops. I was seeing all these recruitment ads and things. Oh well. Friend, look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is the most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks! Yes, it is the most suspicious indeed. Oh ho, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag, or how they would sag if he had shoulders. I like that. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu. We must pursue. Oh wait, not that. Mr. Ulti has seemed to find himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they would taste just as wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Oh, I know who this character is. Never mind. Gotta shut up. Marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks! And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever he's doing with these girls anyways. Call me crazy, but I think he likes them? Yeah, this is kind of par for course for Ultros, I guess. Black Pride victory. Poor misunderstand Ulti. Here we suspect him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul luckless in love. Oh, Ulti, can you find in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, yes. Now perhaps we should return to investigation. If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around a bit. Dower Meadow back at the Coliseum should be able to enlighten us to her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I have a better one. Let us return to the Coliseum and speak with Dower Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avili's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is, indeed, as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. Wait, you just said what? Don't you think Ultry didn't see you following me? What's with the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus? Or am I? Oh, come now. I just wonder what any octopus wants. Cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can Uncle Ultry dream? Well, kids, hate to think and run, but then again, I am an octopus. Oh no, Ultras might have an ulterior motive. Wait. Okay. Yes, what is it this time? I'm a busy man. Looking for Avali, you say? She said something about a flagging of a countryman at the coffer and coffin. Reckon might still find her there. I warn you, though, if you're smart, keep your distance with that one. The poor bugger Ganelin tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was going to rip his head off. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm you up for the tourney, it might be just a ticket. I can assure you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable prowess for espionage, we shall ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass ever being alerted to our presence. Let us be off! The steps annulled. Coffin and Coffer is central, and then it's to the south, if I remember correctly. Yep, I'm a genius. I remember places. Behold, the lovely Miss Avila, just as it's predicted. Let us keep watch from here so as not to set off the girl's famed temper. How many times must I tell you? There's no cause for concern. The spoil shall be mine. It might as well be written in stone. Do you realize what this means? We've suffered and suffered long, but my victory shall mark a new era. Just as Rabban Adin won a new life for himself in the Coliseum, I shall win a new life for our people. That prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people thousands. No, 10,000-fold. In a land of wealth and power, we must be kicked the gutter by the Uldans no more. And with that, I must be off to Nanawa Mines to meet my sister. Miss Avila's safe assurance is a sight to behold. I deduce my own chances of feeling on her field of battle is infinitesimal. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come on now, we have a suspect to pursue. Yeah. Trying to steal Avila from their Uncle these tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Ultry's homemade explosive will see that the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? Ah, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of your handicraft explosives, I take it, Natsu. Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're on to me! Preposterous! Could it be that Musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? I see. In any event, I shudder to think what might have happened if an unsuspected passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me to heave ho! You gotta be kidding me! Mom says R is a slow learner, but I ain't fast! I think that's a good... That feels like a good way of doing all this. He has to have that, like, weird, almost Danny DeVito, but New Jersey accent. But I can't really do Danny DeVito very well, so... We got it about the games. No,
It's fine.
it's fine. The maiden in the mining guard must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let us listen a bit closer. I thought we agreed, no hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes you think we were born solely to give you poor sister headaches. Since a girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Hegelina. I have taken all necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimates value its worth of some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from the Estamal's silk-sung dresses. All the luxuries you could ever want will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the old-on upper caste crust. Those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Avi. Wealth is all well and good in the end, but when I see you stand tall in the Coliseum, hundreds of thousands cheering your name, I'm proud. I'm no matter how humble our birth. We stand strong and stand together. This alone is all the wealth I could ask for. That is your problem, Hegelina. You've always been too quick to settle for less than you're worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this, for us. Now I must return. Gods forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. That's my Avi, unfazed by the duel to death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe. Minute. A moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear that it has afforded us little in the way of prospective clues. It seems that Avila's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagine. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, do you see what I just heard? Look, kids, Uncle Oldie has had it up to here with you. You think you could just fall into the pit and die like a good little girl? I'm talking to you, Mrs. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer! No, not you, you idiot! No need for concern, my friends. I have simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground. I am pleased to report there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Alright, hero. Now shall we return to Wildaw? The Mythril Cup will be starting before long. And the last thing we want to lose is lose our bout by forfeit. Could it be? Did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seem completely unsurprised at this turn of events. Doubtless, he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm going to show mercy on you, you've got another thing coming. I'm trying to break out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute. I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around... Give me a break! Yara yara dase! Oh god, I think I'm gonna hurt my throat doing that. I might pause after the next, before the last set of quests, and give me something to watch, something to drink. I also need to look up, like, how many quests each one had. Congratulations, you now understand Dave's situation. Yeah, true. Anyways, I know what scene's coming up next as well. Pretty sure I know what next. Yes, is there something matter? We're on something a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-home inspector senses are tingling. I fear a most fearsome adversary lurking about. It's time you really crept the creek without a paddle, kids. Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Coliseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day. So long, Gay Bowser. Markamura! Who is that half-naked fool? Father, could it be that your aura of unmitigated murderous rage I felt was not a quarry, but you? Hildy, I was merely taking in a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends here to these parts today? Just a bit of sleep for it, my father dear. And with that, we must return to Ul'dah. If you have not heard, your son is set to compete for the Mithril Cup. Oh, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Mandeville man, if I do say so myself. Dick monsters, yeah. I mean, yeah, Ultros is kind of a dick monster. That muscle-banded old man is the Inspector's father? Remind me never to go to one of their family reunions. Gah! Just who is his inspector anyway? Hildy is a worthy rival if there ever was one. Who goes there? Oh. Oh god, this... Hildy, Theresa, I've been waiting for this day. Damn it, it's the same voice. I'm doing the same voice. Shit. Well, looky at what I have here. You're quite an imitating judge yourself. Friend of the Inspector, mayhap. I basically am doing the same voice. I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I'm not much for the Inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, because this might be our lucky day. Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... Call me whatever you want, friend, but heed my words. Theresa is a formidable foe. That sounds like a high praise coming from a big fella like yourself. To have such a powerhouse of his sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed. I know not what brings you to do battle with these two, but I warned you, you will end up as seed food if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons I do not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Theresa, I will not fall so easily this time. Well, looks like I got my legs full, all 8 of them. But if that adventure is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. A suppling twisting ring calls to mind an undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. Fucking flash stepping. Nobody here but those octopods! Look forward to your next life as my masterpiece, fiend. Muscleheads! I hate them! Do. Oh, okay. We're almost done with this part. I think this is the Coliseum match. And the trial. We still have a trial. I think. Pretty sure. Oh, I should have walked. I should have. Oh well. Run as fast as I can. Don't tease. Don't tease the octopus, kids. You'll get teased by him as well. Good heavens! Judging upon a father like that, I dare say has taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd here has assembled. It seems that festivities are nigh about to commence. I hope to uncover more of Miss Avila's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than one on the field of battle? The trouble with truffles. Good heavens, we haven't much time before the tournament begins. We must hasten back to the Coliseum and apprise ourselves of the rules of the engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. What treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I must not, will not, lower myself to their level. And we'll go this way. Yeah, I guess I had to talk with them. Oh, not you. You. Hey, there's Ultros. He's still alive. Box on the head, chipped teeth, and one shabby-looking octopus. I tell you, they don't pay me enough for this. But that's all gonna change soon, isn't it, buddy? Ah, Mr. Ultros. That's the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us to, Ye gods, who gave you those ghastly bruises? Bruises? I fell down the stairs, that's all. Now get lost, I'm a busy octopus. Funga! Ouch. You have my sympathies, good sir. It is a challenge enough to coordinate our 4 limbs, let alone 8? Is there something inside your office? No, whatever get you out of here. I'm simply, fumigating the place. For pests. Pests like yourselves. Now go into battle and go fight. Fungar! Inspector, I think there's something alive in there. That's just, me, talking to myself. Yeah, food, gods. Yes, gods. Working as a receptionist is fun. Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work? I say, Mr. Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Theresa, if you would come with me for a moment, I feel the stupidity in the air might be contagious. Oop. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I don't think anything is... I see, Avila's seeking to win the tournament to claim fortune and raise her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she implied that she has taken necessary precautions to ensure her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, the strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. The evidence points in one direction. The Alamegan girl and Ultros are prowling together to claim the mythical cup and its lucrative prize. It is not preposterous as it sounds. I've done some research on our eight-legged friend. It appeared that Ultros had become something of a regular at Uldal's taverns and, houses of pleasure. I suspect that he's using his inside knowledge of the workings of the Coliseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avila's, and earning himself a healthy commission. There's also the matter of the Tempest Blade that's rumored to be the source of Alamegan girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means I fear for your life is still in danger, Theresa. One of the guards informed me that several crates of refuge from the Coliseum receptionist room were heavily discarded in Pearl Lane not bells ago. It is a stab in the dark, but its content may yet prove some answers. I would ask you to bring them to me. Oh, Pearl Lane's the opposite way. I was about to go the longest way around to Pearl Lane. Wait, just go to... We got a box. We got another box. And then we got a third box. Wow, boxes, how cool. Gladiators. Oh, this way. Not the other way. Well, let me see what you found. Now that we have you. Oh, yeah. Spectacle assortment of innards and entrails and... What's this? A sack! Even more foul-smelling than the gore that was lying in it. If it can be believed. And look here. Something appears to be written on the side. Chagrin sundries. It would seem that the merchant are dealing with the squishy master tentacles. Let's pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us the exact nature of their partnership. God, it's all the way back, all the way to there. And at least I can use the exchange. Welcome, welcome. One mighty discerning lady like yourself be in for today. What's this sack? I'm sorry, madam, but if I said it just once, I said it 1,000 times. No exchange of replacements or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares and expect my customers to do the same. Wait now, did Ultros send you? I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sack full of gold truffles, can you believe it? With what impressive prices and that distinctive aroma, they were the only and most discerning of customers, which Mr. Ultros clearly is. Just place another order today. Could these truffles somehow be connected to... No, I shall stop myself before I start sounding like... Inspector Brydon, it wounds me that you would sneak off and conduct your own investigation without me. And to steal Theresa here, the gentleman is not impressed. Did you find something, Inspector? Good gods, what's that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would suspect a cultured young woman like yourself to be well educated with the Epicurean arts. That is most distinct and delightful aroma of a gold truffle. And an acquired taste, to be sure, but one has won the heart of many a Uldan gourmet. I practically enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might be so bold to ask for the recipe? It appears the productive portion of this conversation come to an end. Besides, the tourney's about to begin. Let us make haste back to the Coliseum. Yeah, we didn't solve anything. At all. Well, that must proved to be a spectacle waste of time. Time which is a short supply. We must return to the Coliseum before the battle begins. Here's the plan. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat until I have ascertained trickery behind her abilities. You have to keep a wide berth for her blade, understood? That's fine by me. I can take her. I'm a cool. I'm strong. There you are. I was just going to start in the melee without you. I'd be remiss not to tell you there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant has stuffed a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ultros has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining in the fray, specters are just pouring in. Bookmarkers across town are raking in the gill, which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Frigus himself is quite taken by promotional skills. Aye, the future's looking good and bright for old Dow Meadow, it is. So what'd you say, you ready to go get your arses kicked? Yes, I am ready. I am ready for battle. Bataroo. Aye, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for the blaze to whirl and limbs to fly. It's time for shit to get fucked. My body is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and still your stomachs. The Mithril Cup brought to you by our own charitable friends at Almaginas and Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern is about to begin. Who will stand atop of a heap of maimed bodies, twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the Temperance Avila of Malamigo? Theresa, the famed warrior of light? Or who was that grinning fool again? Ah, that's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Or will our 11th hour entry, Ultros, the egg-leg purple purveyor of pain? Bonk. Here I am. Did you miss me? I said we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin. Alright, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others. Then when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive. And you receive your share of the winnings. I have not forgotten our promise. No combat, just watch. Okay, this is just the paladin moves. She just did flight of fight and she did a circle of Scion, that's it. Look at Avila's blade spin! Why, she's a venerable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed him tough in Alamigo, that's for certain. Aw. Well, I guess it's just us. You are next. Ma'am, I don't think it would be wise. Here you go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Literally. Nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting's giving Uncle Ulti an appetite. It's time for dinner yet? Is it? Wait a minute! Roasted truffles? Rice in a savory sauce, just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full when they came from. That meddling musclehead! What's taking him so damn long? The girl's gate's given away. Open that gate at once. Unga? What is that monstrosity? Master Typhon, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps? What a fascinating friend you have, Ulti. Why, just look at his charming little nose. Is it perhaps suffering from the case of the sniffles? Boo, 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 gah! Could it be? Avala's vaunted Tempest Blade, it was that monster all along? The girl played us all for fools! Don't look at me! It was all her idea! I'm just a stupid octopus! You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend! I just wanted to experience the thrill of I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle, you know, for my work and all. Come on, Dower, has Uncle ever lied to you? What did I tell you? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamegan whore. Alamegans. Beggars and brutes, a lot of them. We give them a home in the lands, and this is the things we get. Send a Garlemald for all I care. Just get out of the sight before I get sick. But I just wanted to... My sister... I feel with the girl. Really, my little octopus heart goes out to her. But rules are rules, right? And now if Uncle Ulti might be so bold. I can say we call off the melee and have a final showdown between the 3 remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhon, and Thracer here. What you say, Mrs. Warrior of Light? I'm okay with it. Aye, that's what we're going to see, old trust, old trust, old trust. Let's see if I can actually solo this. I have not made the preparations for it. Well, this is most unprecedented turn of events, but who might deny the wishes of a passionate crowd of martial art aficionados? The venue! Halatali, the fighters, the tag team of Ultros and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light, who will be left standing when the storm is settled. Be there or miss a battle for the ages! Well, he did not fight as a gentleman. So to review, the truffles are in the sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which were positioned so that it appears it's coming from the Alamegan girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents at ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see sooner. It was quite possibly the most embellic scheme I've ever encountered in my years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, with no choice but to trust your abilities now, Thrace, so let's make for Halatali. Yes, let us make for Halatali. That is Camp Dry Bomb. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Great, Halatali, yet again. I guess this is, I mean, it's technically the third time? I mean, there's the one in Heaven's Word, which is like the 3rd or 4th time. Well, this tourney turned out to be the right mess, but all the trouble it took preparing the constellation bride for the melee, it looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing in spectators and profits, I could give and that's ours. Now, I know you're thinking, 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when there's one of us two in a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for the battle? Let's say 7 of them. Should be even the odds, right? Well, we're not going to be even the odds. We're going to be doing it solo. Interest. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is like this is the 4th time. The 5th time is for something else. Okay, I haven't changed it, so y'all be seeing the cut. That should be. The dragon's neck. Combatants! A final confrontation will be held here, atop the dragon's neck. If all members of a team fall from the platform, they forfeit the match. Let us begin. Seafood is not on the menu today, kids. I went more Kafka that time. Alright. Loomis is actually... Typhon is actually the one that I have to deal with, worry the most about. Because, legitimately... I'm not showing the entire battle, but, like... The whole thing with this battle is that you have to become an imp. And then you have to use it to prevent fucking Typhon from not sneezing. So this is fine. Darn it again! I feel like such a sucker! And Theresa claims the Mithril Cup. All by myself. Like, most of that fight is, like, legitimately, making sure Typhon doesn't sneeze. And people forget, and that's what sucked. Good show, Theresa. Your performance have earned us front row seats at the award ceremony. This show afforded us perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come now, let us return to the Coliseum. Yes. All of that, just do one halatali. My voice is shitting. Glad. Even if I had to... Yeah, okay. It was a battle for the ages, but worthy victor has ridden to claim the spoils. And now, let's take a look at the relic our champion has won. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Fragus himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure like which our realm has never seen. One that earns the attention of Erozia's most prominent pilferer. Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act was dragging on over long, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. I know I paid you well I knew you paid well for your seats today, but I can assure you my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. You do realize he's using the fireworks as a distraction. Vile fiend, mock my words. You have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Mandeville name. Think not, Hildegard! Greg! 'Tis always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. Why is that laugh track? Teresa, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear! You vile thief! Is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once! Oh ho! It seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance for today's performance is by invitation only. Now it's raining truffles, but the battle's already. Mr. Typhoon! Just a moment, I'm sure I have tissue somewhere. Boom, 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 gah! Wee! There goes the chicken. There goes Enkidu, surfing the Skira. Shit, even I'm moving. Donk! Well, there goes Hildy and Greg. Or, Ultros and Greg. Alas and alack! The ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend! Giving up so soon, are we? Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Mandeville man. We really have to employ the use of slow walk. Sometimes I think that this has to be done in Gmod. It has the exact same energy as like a Gmod. But of course, brilliant father, if the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. Why, it'll just be like Dalamund. Hildebrand Heliodor Maximilian Manderville. Skyward, as only a Manderville can. Yoink! Yoink! Doink! Father, you know not your own strength! Right. $999.7, $999.8, $999. Okay. Oh, hey, there's Enkidu. Still surfing on the truffles. The legs, they're strangely familiar. Ha, a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing. This ring is a fake. But no matter, I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you have been most attentive audience. The key! Bloody hells! Guards, seize that fiend at once! I do. A bomb! Yay! Well, it's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, it's gone! Second prize? What's the meaning of this? Many faced feign to know the man spoke truth. Master Goldsmith's eyes cannot deceive. This sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous! It's the dim lighting. Yes, if you just step over here. Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily. You got the sweats. Let's not be hasty, friends. I can explain. No. I sold out honor my honor. Joined forces with that octopus idiot. All for false treasure. What a fool I've been. What was I thinking? Have a good night, Mindbender. Do not berate yourself, Mr. Avila. Why is it exactly you say? Was it not? You were thinking of a deal Hegelina and nothing more? I suppose I was. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, on no circumstances did I tell you to Nanawa. Mind eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. Sumimasen. Oh, you have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I was truly fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not be easily regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly, his second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen. A pattern that betrays his true intentions. Treaty Blade, Azaman's Virtue, the Ring of Incree, all relics with a history, or more precise, relics from the era of Belladons? Oh ho! If that's the case, the answer is clear as day. The Fiend means to found Rosia's greatest museum of Belladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging on his men out of that hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear in the scene to tell us just as much. Call card? Oh, there it is. Huh. You gonna fall? A truffle fell. Oh! Jesus Christ! Donk. I've enjoyed a little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the fourth sacred treasure, and justice shall be served. So this is Thief's final challenge to us, but what are the four treasures which he speaks? When four treasures of Belladia become one, the wicked shall be judged in a blaze of sunlight. I'm sorry, my voice, I've kind of just gone nothing with my voice. An old legend, a little more than a fairy tale in that, and yet it seems the Phantom believes there is some truth to these words. Four relics from Belladia, the Warden's Justice, lofty words from the glorified footpad. One who's winning over the common folk by the day, if rumors are to believe. It seems that tales of the master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Considering his targets thus far, an Udaran collector and her hired thugs, a trading Mughal and his brass blades, and now a mighty magnet and his stone torches, is it any surprise that the sympathizers of ordinary Uldans would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for the wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the Syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself? Haha, that is to be the downfall. For the greater challenge, the higher I rise. Just one moment, if you would. Mark my words of ye many faces. There is but one man who shall I lay claim to the four relics of Belladia. And he shall be Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Mysterious person. Godbert saw the mysterious... was that? No, it couldn't be. Ha! Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles. I actually think I'm gonna call it after this. This only like, you know... I've only been going for 2 hours, but like my voice is catching up to me. I am very sorry. If I push it, because I know Greg's in the next part, or the last part. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Belladia. As the Fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed, will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do what only a Mandeville can? Her last vow. The key to the next case is the mask. Have you ever worn a mask for long so you forgot what you actually look like? I have. And now that it freeze in midair like that, talk about mystery. Oh well, see you next time. Wow. Yeah, see you next time, actually, because I'm not continuing. Next, I need to make tomorrow's Elden Ring. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much right now. Tomorrow's Elden Ring. I still need to make a schedule for next week as well. We will finish up the ARR one next week, along with another live letter. So, yeah. I need to find a raid target. Who should I raid that isn't playing the Elden Ring? Because, by God, I am not watching someone play Elden Ring. Okay. 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 No, you're playing Elden Ring. You're playing Apex. I don't want to... You're playing Elden Ring. Elden Ring. Elden Ring. Elden Ring. You know what? Hyacinth is not playing Elden Ring. We are raiding Hyacinth. Anyways, we'll start the raid. We'll go say hi to the flower. Thank you for coming out tonight. Stay safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow night with Elden Ring. I can't raid people doing Elden Ring because I haven't seen Elden Ring for myself. Have a good night.